Hello, comrades. Blessed Davia. Who are we with today?
Hayden Jungbluth.
Oh, yes, Hayden Jungbluth, German, yes, das Beste.
Yes,
so, what deck profile are we doing today?
Dogmatika Invoked.
Oh my god, it's everyone's favorite deck! Oh my god, who doesn't like to get wind under turn?
It's such a cool and very fun deck.
Oh yeah, fun and interactive. It's all
Yes,
about
very
Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
cool.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with those monsters, boy. Lay them down.
Yes. All right. So this is going to be pretty standard mostly. Triple Alistair.
The hand trap magnet right here.
Yep. We play the triple meltdown, the terraforming to add boost consistency.
The 7 cards.
Yeah, this is pretty standard. Just the entire engine.
Yeah, super
And then-
standard.
And then this is a little bit unorthodox, but we are playing triple invocation. Don't worry about this one. So the reason why we're playing 3 instead of 2 is because you're always going to get your Alistair hand trapped. Like Imperm, who plays that card? Ash Blossom, Gamma, like you're always going to get hand trapped. So you want to keep the invocation like as much often as you can, because it's just going to be a big problem if you just like.
100%. As a seasoned Invoked player, I approve of this message.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I just got hand trapped.
Anyways,
Turn.
he's like, anyways, I link into 2 activity invocation. Anyways, Nadir Servant.
All right.
Oh my god.
So that's basically it for the invoked stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. I got you.
Yeah. So the next we have triple Ecclesia.
New Babe.
We have double Fleur-de-Lis.
New Big Mama
and
Babe.
one Maximus.
Daddy.
Yeah, so this gets anything you want in the deck except for Nadir Servant. This is your negator and your beat stick. This gets you resources, but you have to be careful with it because your opponent can be playing really, really crippling cards in the extra deck, like Untis, like the wind Ignister, Nova to summon the Infinity. Like,
I
there's some
wonder
weird
who
options.
plays to win that Ignister.
There are some people.
Yeah, there's some people.
Really mean people too.
That's true. Alright, so that's gonna be for the Dogmatika monsters. So
And then triple Nadir Servant. This makes you go like +5. It's so dumb.
it is the god card right here.
This card is so dumb.
Oh yeah, it is a very dumb card
And
for
very
sure.
expensive.
Oh yeah, I know. You found out, didn't you?
Yeah. And then for final ones for the monsters, we're playing triple Ash and our Gamma package with the driver. That's it for the. Like, this is really our main sources of like disruption for our opponent's turn.
Yeah.
And then for the one of, we play the spicy Picker Tops.
Nice, man. What made you want to play Prankatops?
The reason why, like, I had an extra spot in the deck that's just like, I don't want to play Upstart. That doesn't really do much. It just adds consistency when the deck is decently consistent as it is. And just like, I want a beat stick that can just enable me to go second even more, because even though the hand traps are there, there's not enough disruption really for going second.
Yeah, you
And
completely.
you want to try and push through boards.
You completely destroyed me with this card yesterday.
Yeah, this card is worth playing if you ever
I-
get the chance to.
I agree.
It's just because they want to sell different kinds of product other than Picker Tops. Okay, so that's it for the monsters in the deck. Okay, so our entire spell line, it was just 2 ofs. I want to change it, but it's gonna have to be the way it is.
Yeah.
Double Pot of Desires, double Cosmic Cyclone. Excuse me there.
Yeah.
And then this one's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. Book of Moon.
Oh really? Why are you playing Book of Moon?
Like, the thing is, the Book of Moon, it's saved me so many times against like Virtual World, like normal summon Book of Moon. Okay, pass.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
And then whenever I'm playing against like Dogmatika Invoked, they use a Alistair effect to search, and then I Book of Moon it. Unless they open up like their Ecclesia, they have to pass. But like, still, using your Ecclesia as fusion material is really bad. You never want to do that.
You definitely don't.
It just makes you go like -1 for like an even worse play. It's just like super bad.
Also, he hits Zeus.
Yeah, Zoo is definitely like another reason why. Like, normal summon a Zoo monster, Book of Moon, they can't go into Trident. Trident is literally their win con next to Zeus. And even if you get to like Borbo, you can still like Book of Moon the Borbo.
Also,
Still really good.
how you feel about those desires though?
I started playtesting them like literally like last night, and they're doing well.
Okay.
I might want to finish the 3rd one eventually, but just more testing needs to be approved.
Yeah, I agree.
That's basically it for the spells, but except for these 2 really cool cards Call of the Grave.
Of course.
And then Feather Duster. Like, I respect back row a bit, but not enough, really. There's not a lot of space. The deck's really tight, but Feather Duster to wipe out, like, 3 back row or 4 back row is still really good.
Oh, yeah, it's godly.
And then Call of the Grave to protect from hand traps and disrupt on your opponent's turn. There's a reason why it's at 1, people.
No, this is definitely not because of Konami wants to sell Nobleman Cross out later.
Yes. And then we played Double Punishment. You can't play just 1 punishment. It's just not
Enough.
worth it. It's just, like, you need to have disruption on your opponent's turn, and popping 2 is really good.
Oh, 100%,
Like,
yeah.
like especially planned popping is really good.
I agree.
And then Schism.
Schism. What? Wait, you play his shadow card?
Ah, what the heck is
That's
that?
crazy.
It's like, who plays Shadalls in 2020?
Exactly.
And then Double Judgment.
Double Judgments.
I would try to cut in, like, another one, but I was replacing it for Pot of Desires. Eventually, this might get moved into the side deck, but it's still in the air. It's a lot of testing still needs to be done.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's
Alright.
go ahead and move to your extra deck, which should be pretty explanatory.
Yep. All right. So for the Invoked stuff, we have Double Mechaba,
Oh my god.
Purgatrio, and Agoides. Mechaba is your turn 1 play. Purgatrio, it does OTK. It is really good. And
definitely
it's
does.
also used for clearing boards. Agoides is your disruption, like, in the mid to late game. And that's pretty self-explanatory at that point.
Also, you can make this like a almost like 4K beat stick too.
Yeah, like if you can banish a Mechaba in your graveyard, or like this card's broken in Mirror, by the way. You can banish your opponent's Mechaba to summon the Agoides, and then you can use the Agoides to like boost up the attack of that fusion monster in your graveyard. Like you can send cards with you can send cards to your graveyard with Maximus, and then you can banish those fusion monsters to the graveyard to make this boost by another attack. Basically, you can make this thing a lot more reliable even without Mechaba in your graveyard.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That should be about it for that. Sorry about that.
Very good.
And then Almirage and Secure Mechaba.
Secure Mechaba, yep.
And then we play the Alistair. Now, you don't really get to use this effect that often on the field unless you're trying to go for game.
Yeah.
But what I've realized as of late, this counts as Alistair in the graveyard.
Yeah, it does.
If you are in a really bad situation and you need a Mechaba on the field to like give you presence, if you brick with Maximus, this can be used as a name for Alistair in the graveyard.
Exactly.
It is somewhat important.
If you banish, if you open Invocation and you have a way to get to Alistair, you can still get to your Mechaba with Maximus eventually.
Yeah. It doesn't come up that often, but it does warrant a 1-up spot.
I agree.
I might play Nova instead of this eventually, but I don't know about that. It's not worth it. And then
that one, Chief.
for our Shadal Schism package, we play Wenda, Construct, and Apcolon. This is what you usually send off of Untis so that you can get to the Schism.
Yes.
And then these two, Construct or the Wenda, depending on the matchup, is going to be sent to the graveyard from Maximus.
Yes.
So that you can re-add the Schism after you discard it. Or you don't need to discard it, and you can use both of these for versatility options. Whenever you're playing against Dark Deck, obviously, you can summon this. But either way, you should be summoning this. This is literally a floodgate. But Construct also has its ability as a light, because you can like run into random light type decks that can cause you problems. Like there's none that come to the top of my head, but it does come up.
I agree. All right, so those are going to be the fusions, and yeah, I assume we have a little bit more there.
We do, but these are all basically Nadir or punishment targets. One Titanic Lad. You don't really want to.
The lad.
You don't really need to use this that often, but it does give you like tier turn 2 plays. Double Untis, because popping 2 cards for free with punishment is really good. And then this is your big beat boy stick, Libe, 4k attack points.
Okay.
This is your protection. In case you have everything else already set up in the graveyard, adding Nister is definitely another way of protection.
Of course.
That's it for the extra deck.
Let's go with the side deck, man.
Alright, so for the side, we play Triple Troll, playing against Tritron or any other deck that just like constantly searches, like this one. We would play that deck though.
Yeah.
So bad.
So, oh my god.
Triple Nibiru, playing against combo like Infernoble, playing against Tritron, sometimes it helps out.
Inferno Tier 3, baby.
Yo, it's the boards they do end up setting are pretty good, but they break a lot.
Yeah, you just ash that. It's sold and it's over.
Double Lancia,
Double lands, yeah, that's controversial. Why not 3?
because we're playing this.
Oh.
So you can summon the Lancia out, as well as the Scythe. Even if you brick on Scythe, you can still set the Sanctum, activate it on standby, use Lancia, and then Lancia effect attribute itself. It is an option that you can play.
Okay.
Like, even whenever I'm going second, I would just cut out the Sanctums after I go first, after sighting, and just keep in the double Lancia. And if you don't draw the Lancia, that's fine. You're still playing, like, basically, like, 12 hand traps anyways. If you don't see one, guess you're a bad player.
Yeah. Ending up in Invocation, you're a bad player.
And then this one's kind of weird. This one can be changed, but Heavy Storm Duster. Just more back row hate, like going first back row hate, like that doesn't require you to play Twister to discard a card.
Also, there's no neg, so yeah.
Yeah, there's no real neg to it. Like, you don't have to discard a card with Twister, because I was playing Twister, but you don't play enough cards to discard that really do anything, really.
So Duster works better.
Duster does work better. It works on your opponent's turn, and it basically doesn't really give you any disadvantage. Unless they, like, don't really set anything, and you're with a set Duster that doesn't do anything. I don't know.
That seems like a pretty good option. All right, man. Well, we definitely appreciate the profile. You have any shout-outs?
Shout out to you.
Who? Me?
Yeah, shout out to the Wise Guys for letting me, like, film this deck profile.
Okay.
And, like, shout out to all of these guys for, like, playtesting with me.
Of course.
And, like, giving me chances to, like, work this out and, like, try and figure out the best thing possible for this deck.
Exactly.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for making us rage by flipping solemns. All right, it's been Oscar with the Wise Guys. You guys have a good night.